What's good, tribe? What's good, tribe? You know, I love false start there, right? I love false start. So in the wintertime, I bought this sweater. I bought the sweater when I was like 150 pounds heavier, and it didn't fit like at all. When I bought it, I bought the company I bought it from was going out of business, and so he was selling them uh like a 4X shirt for like $2. So I bought the last four he had, right? $10 for like four shirts. Like who can it's a really good deal. And so that's what I'm wearing today, y'all. It's y'all. I don't like to show my tattoo, but that's what I'm wearing today. So it looks goofy, but it's an actual thermal shirt that I wear when I'm cold. So it's getting cooler. It's been not even 85 degrees, and like I'm freezing, right? But that's neither here nor there. So I want to share some with y'all. So this is a you buy these. I think I bought this like on I think I bought it on Wish years ago. So I told myself I was going to write a book. So the only paperback version book that I had written by hand, not typed out, that I actually written by hand. This is one of them. This is this is one. This is number two. Number two is gonna be different than number one. Number one's gonna be, or this is number two. This could be called the 99 strategies of a dynamic man. All right, this is gonna be really good. I'm still writing on that one, but this one, let me show y'all what I've been doing. Right, let me show y'all what I've been doing. So tell y'all I've been writing. I have been writing, like writing. So I write in this. It's done, right? So the first half of this it's all of the 23 principles, the 23 principles every dynamic man should follow, right? And then the 48 laws in here. 48 laws that I wrote. So it's 23 principles and 48 laws I wrote. So this is the content that I have when I talk about I talk about like exclusive content. These are the kind of things that I don't post on social media, that I share through video. And this is where it comes from. I also have I've do a lot of talk to text on Google Docs, because it's just simpler, right? Sometimes when I'm at my Twitch, it prevents me from typing as effective as I need to be, because I have to actually focus on my typing and not the Twitch or any kind of other because my eye sometimes isn't working. So I struggle with seeing things with my right eye. So I have all these limitations, but I don't let these things stop me, right? So when I can't write in my book with an actual pen, which I have here, but I can't write in my book, I actually go to Google Docs and I I type it, or I use the voice typing, and it works perfect. It works fine. As a matter of fact, I've used that more. Last night I used it on the one book I wrote, or am writing. But so I want to say all that to say this. When I talk about putting in the work, there's things that I am doing on a day-to-day basis that no one sees. This is the honest to God truth, right? So I thrive in an area where I get to think, right? I struggle with a lot of things. There's some things I do struggle with. This is true. But in the area of like creating content, creating videos, different kinds of Instagram posts or Instagram reels, right? Those kind of things. I like to do like quick go in, half an hour, create some content and post it. I love it, right? I love doing thumbnails. I love doing like shorts. I love doing story posts. Like I do. I really, 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 really thrive at that, y'all. And I want to share this with y'all for a reason. Don't assume because the people that you're not doing nothing, the people around you aren't doing anything. When I started this book, now mind you, it's 2 years after my stroke. When I started writing this book, it was a year after my stroke. I wouldn't even a full year in after my stroke, and I started writing this book because I promised myself I would do so, and so it was important to me that it got done. Right? It really was important to me that it got done. I kept telling myself I want to do this thing. You know how complete I felt? The problem with that is then I want to do another one. Like I don't not like not do anything. Like so once I complete a project, like it's like, oh, I gotta come up with another one. So I find myself in these several projects in, all 7 are done, and I gotta figure out another project. Right? So this one is the 99 strategies. It's gonna be a really, really, really good one because it's gonna be 99 strategies that I have to come up with. And I'm excited about it because it's going to take me a while to actually complete it. Mainly because I have to actually come up with the content, do the research, things of that nature, right? So that's going to be fun because I actually get to write, again, which, again, I told y'all I love. But don't ever assume because you don't see people working that they ain't working. I hear people say all the time, here's the thing about writing a book. I hear people say that all the time. Oh, I want to write a book. Do you really? So this one's like I said, this one's called the 48 Laws of the King. The 23 principles are just the beginning part of it. But so it's when I write these books, these aren't for like I'm going to publish them and I'm going to like sell them to the world. This kind of content, when I put in these things, are going to be for when I have a membership subscription. Those who are subscribed to my membership will get access to these books 100% free. This is like my thoughts, the way I think in like literal form. When I finally write it down or transcribe it to the digital version, it's gonna be 100% free for my membership people. Also, the 99 strategies will be available. So, and right now there's no cover, right? The book is just how I bought it, right? It's actual design as a journal, but it's what I love about it is I love the color of it. This one I love because it's so pretty. If y'all don't know how pretty this one is, like I love it because of how pretty it is. So when I bought it, and this one's a little bigger than this one, not by much. But I'm like, so if I'm ever out and about and I want to do, if I'm out and about and people start talking about, hey, tell me about this or tell me about that or let's talk about these things. I have access to this on hand because it's small enough where it's not so bulky. So if I had like 3 or 4 of these to carry, it wouldn't be so bad. You know what I mean? So I'm saying all that because I want y'all to know that I'm actually putting in some work. I really truly am, and I want what I do to be an inspiration for y'all. When I tell y'all about not complaining and not whining and always doing the victim Olympics thing, that's real, man. Like stop doing it. Like stop being those kind of people where you stop stop allowing the things that happen to you stop you from your ultimate goal. Like, here's the thing about life, y'all, and I don't know if y'all know this or not. Excuse me. Shit happens. You can't stop that. Shit happens. Shit is always going to happen. Shit will always happen. It's not shit that happens that put people in the next appalls in people. It's the fact that people don't know how to deal with shit when it happens. I have a different view of that one, but so I don't think it's so much that shit happens. It's people like, oh, that happened. Because shit happens. I live in a world where shit happens. So when shit happens, I'm not like, oh my God, something happened. I expect shit to happen. No matter what it is, I expect shit to happen. So no matter what it is, I'm like, you know what? Okay, what's my next step? The one thing that I'm going to create at some point is called an action plan. And action plans are different for everybody, right? So I'm going to come up with I'm going to come up with a technique or like I don't know what I want to call it yet, but the idea is that even with an action plan, you'll go, hey, okay, what's my next steps? What are the next steps I need to take? Because once you learn what you need to do next, then it makes it easier for the next step. Okay, step 1 is do this. Step 2 is to do this. Step 3 is to do that. Set up an action plan for yourself, put you in a better position than people who don't know how to deal with shit when it happens. You're actually putting in position, you're actually putting into play, like if a quarterback had to, had to call a play, but it might be a mixture of plays. You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to play with the idea, right? But I'm one of those people who, when shit happens, I'm like, okay, what do I do next? When I had my stroke, y'all, and they put me down for 8 weeks, and I had to relearn how to walk and talk. When I say that, man, I literally had to relearn how to walk and talk. I have video of me. I've lost the video since, but I have video of me relearning how to walk in the hospital. I have video of me relearning how to actually speak. Like this here, I'm 11 minutes in, and this would have never lasted more than 5 minutes. I would have actually stopped because I'd have lost completely my train of thought. So there's some techniques I applied. But I've always been the kind of person, my entire life, I'm 46 years old. My entire life, I've always been, at least for the last 30 years, I've always been the kind of person that when shit happens, I need to figure out what do I need to do next. It's happening. Whether I complain, and here's the thing about complaining about when shit happens. It's still happening. That doesn't solve it. Like, the shit is still happening. So I need to go from a place of, okay, what do I need to do? Acknowledging the shit is happening, and then go, okay, what do I need to do next? And so creating my content became my thing. Okay, how do I actually get out of this state of I feel depressed? Or how do I get out of I feel stuck? How do I get out of those situations? For me, it was creating content, i.e., writing a book. So I felt better about the whole process. It's not going to be easy to actually get to that threshold where you actually start, put this book away, where you actually start acknowledging that when shit happens, it's okay. When you start acknowledging, okay, I need to get off my ass and get shit done. Once you get to that place mentally, man, it makes the transition that shit happens to now what I need to do to solve this shit a different kind of transition. It's not easy. This entire thing is not easy. And it's not going to be, right? And as y'all watch this video, man, understand this. Don't allow life to convince you that it should be fair. Life should not be fair at all. You know what fair implies? Fair implies this. If you, the person watching this video, bust your ass for 10 years straight, right? You come out of a very bad situation, be it prison, a relationship, some tragic accident took place. You come out of this terrible situation, this absolute tragic situation, and you build yourself up and come out of this a much better person because of it, right? And as a result of that, you develop a skill that starts making you money. Believing life is fair is saying that minus all the shit you've been through, and now that you've achieved, a person who has done nothing, a person who's done nothing with their life deserves the exact same thing. Minus all the shit you've been through, a person who sits behind their laptop on their cell phone, complain, should get the same shit you should get. And and I know you're going to say, hell no. You know why? Because fair does not make any sense in a world where only the strong survive. Stop thinking that shit. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. If you want to get ahead, if you actually want to make difference, you actually want to make a move in your life, stop. Accept the fact that shit happens. Accept the fact that life isn't fair. And accept the fact that you're not going to have all the answers all the time, always. Acknowledge that when shit gets tough, that you say, you know what? This is horrible. I don't like this. And then commit. Fully commit to becoming a better version of yourself. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's the answer. That's the rubber. So, like I start off saying, just because you don't see people actually doing the work, getting the thing done, not complaining, pushing through, that don't mean people ain't doing it. I just know that the vast majority of people don't have it in them to push through. When in reality, or they think they don't have it in them. When in reality, you have it in you. That's another topic. That's a book I'm writing called Limiting Beliefs. That's something else. But having that belief system holds you back. And then you wonder why, how come my life isn't this? How come my life isn't that? Because the beliefs you hold, and this is my last part before I finish this video. The belief you hold actually shapes your choices. You could tell what a person believes by their choices. I know for a fact your belief system says it's okay for you to do X, Y, and Z. How do you know that? Because of the choices that you make. Your belief shapes your choices, gentlemen. Factual. I'm out.